Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be giving you a little tour around Lake Holiday. If you're not familiar with Lake Holiday is it's a community in probably the far western suburbs of Chicago. It's about as far west as you can go and probably still be kind of quasi considered a western suburb of Chicago. It's split between two towns, Sandwich and Somonauk. It is in LaSalle County, so taxes are affordable. But it's a private lake community, right? So there's lake and beach and parks and all of that good stuff. But you can only get access to it if you live out here or own property out here and are paying the association dues that come with it. So it's a great community. There's a ton of houses within the community, both on and off the lake. So on this video, we're going to go around and look at some of those features and options and kind of talk about what it's like to live life in Lake Holiday if you're considering either a move out here permanently, or if you're looking for a spot that's only like 45 minutes or so from Naperville. If you're looking for a spot that has like a vacation house, you can move out here, have vacation, get out here very easily in the summertime and all that good stuff to just enjoy the weekends or enjoy a week or whatever you want to do. It's very accessible from kind of the near western suburbs of Chicago. So come along with me as we start our journey through everything Lake Holiday has to offer. First spot I'm at is just inside the Somonauk entrance of Lake Holiday. It's a little campground site. You can camp out here. There's a little hut, very small, but it butts up right to the lake, right? Where you can go in there, do some fishing. You can camp out here, come have a picnic. And here you'll get a pretty good view of the lake. This is the, I guess you would call it the eastern side of the lake. So Lake Holiday is a man-made lake. We'll see the dam in a little bit that kind of created this. It's a natural spring-fed lake. Offers fishing, boating, jet skis. I believe there's wait lists for jet skis and stuff. And just a lot of fun activities. Down there, if you see that building right there, that's Lee's Place. It's a restaurant, bar, grill. You can actually boat up to it in the summertime. I guess even now, if you had your boat out on the lake, their docks might be closed. But when the weather's nice, you can boat right up to it, get pizza, get food, whatever. And you got this whole part of the lake. Now this lake, it's kind of curvy, so you can't see a ton, but you have this open part of the lake. Directly across is where we're gonna end our tour today. That's Beach 3, and a spot where mostly people put in boats and drop boats and hook up to the docks and whatnot. But we're gonna end our tour there. Next, we are going to take a drive and check out the next feature and spot here in Lake Holiday. All right, so the next stop I wanted to highlight, I'm not going to highlight every one of these that are in Lake Holiday because there are quite a few of them, but a lot of Lake Holiday has these green areas which give people access to, they give people access to the water if you don't live on the water. So it's open green areas. It's owned by the property association itself. It gives people a place to park, come down, fish if you want to fish, just sit down by the water if you want to relax and sit down by the water. People can be picked up, from a boat. If you're coming here and you got friends already on the water and you want to meet them down at the dock, they can be picked up from a boat as well down here. So there are a number of these throughout both sides of Lake Holiday that can be found. And there's also some green areas that are they're not on the water. They're just open, kind of like park areas. There's also a number of parks within the community. A couple here on the Somonauk side, some parks over on the Sandwich side. So a really good feature of being a property owner out here in Lake Holiday are these green areas, because your house may not be on the lake, but you still want to be able to get down and fish or easily get on a boat. And this gives you that opportunity. And it's owned by the association and maintained by the association. All right, stop number 2, I guess this is stop number 3, if you start where we started. This is the Marina, and this is another benefit of living here out in Lake Holiday. It has a full-service marina. You can actually pull up the boats, get fuel, get snacks when you're out on the lake and all that. You can drop your boats here. They'll also, store your boats for you, as you can see in the wintertime. They'll store your docks and whatnot if you need to take docks in and out. And it's a nice little tucked away inlet that will lead right out to the lake. So it's a really nice added benefit. So when your boat's out on the lake, you can get fuel, you can get, snacks, you can get storage for your boat and all that sort of good stuff. So on to stop number 4, which is going to be the first beach. And now for our next stop number 4. This is where it starts to get real fun. This is the lodge. This is beach 1. This is probably the best beach here in Lake Holiday. There's beach 1 and there's beach 2, which is directly across the way there. Both have access privileges. If you're a property owner out here, the lodge, it's where the office is for the actual association and all that. There's also a room where you can rent it out for parties, banquets, family reunions, birthday parties, whatever you want to do. You can rent that out and use that space, for a gathering space. So really nice. You see as we walk along the beach here, you have all of these coverings. You have the picnic tables that are out. You can do the fishing over there, the large like holiday chair for your photo op. You can even drop a small boat there, probably not a very large boat. You'll see a lot of bigger boats out here. Not super huge, but you have like pontoons. People will do speed boats, tubing, rafting, skiing, again, jet skis. There's a little bit of a wait list for the jet skis. You'll also see some canoes, some kayaks out here, some small fishing boats. Fishing's very popular out here as well. So all sorts of water sports and water activities. This is probably one of the bigger areas. It's got this really cool point that we're going to walk out to. And when we get up here as the playground. So if you're here at the beach relaxing, you can come use the playground. It's got all these picnic tables, all these benches. But then it splits. And you can see over into there. Now, it's probably tough to see, but if you zoom in, that little inlet there is where you go for the marina. And then all the way down there, pretty far is where we started, near that campground area around the corner. So you can see it's a very large lake. Still a little chilly right now, so not a lot of people out. But coming up soon, there are going to be boats out here, people at the beach relaxing, swimming. If you did the triathlons 5-6 years ago when they used to do the triathlons, these were the beaches that those were at. So you see the lake houses being built up. Some of them are getting kind of big, being built up along the lake. You kind of have a mix. You'll have people who live out here full time. You'll have people who, they might live in Glen Ellen or Naperville, and then they have kind of a summer place out here. Instead of going north up to Lake Geneva and leave like the suburbs of Chicago, they'll come out here. It's only about 45 minutes to an hour from probably the 355 88 corridor. If you're looking for a major marker point, you can, no traffic, you're out here in 45 minutes. So it's very close to have this lake access, this beach access, and just relax and enjoy the weekend, or live out here if you want to live out here full time as well. This isn't really a feature of Lake Holiday or a benefit, but it's one of my favorite parts, and it's this, I call it the underwater road, because back in the day when I was growing up out here, that road used to actually be underwater. They've since built it up to stop any flooding, but it was really cool when the water was over. You kind of drive over it to be underwater. But what it does is it's the bottom of the dam, so you can cross over. That side over there is the Somonauk side. This side is the Sandwich side. You can cross over without going out and around. Now, you'll see in a little bit, up at the top of the dam is kind of the party area where a lot of people like to boat and hang out. But this dam and its creation is what has made Lake Holiday a lake, essentially. It's a man-made lake because of this dam. And up at the top of it, it's a really cool area where a lot of boats go hang out. So we're going to go check that out next. As we continue on, we're up here at what they call Beach 2, which is one of the 2 beaches that are on the Sandwich side of Lake Holiday. Real quick, I'm going to step out on this dock here and just show you. So over there, kind of see it in the video if I zoom in, that's where the dam is. So we were just down below that. So this whole area kind of becomes, in the summertime, where boats tie up and hang out. This kind of becomes so down there is where they tie up and hang out, and, inner tubes, you have 8, 9 boats tied together, just enjoying being out on the lake and having a good time. This becomes a little ski and tube area, probably the widest, fastest part of the lake, as you kind of make around that bend and head over to Beach 3, which is over there. Again, this beach is included as part of being a property owner in Lake Holiday. It's got a little park, not as big as Beach 3, Beach 1. It does have this pavilion, which you can use for parties and gathering and whatnot. The nice thing about this beach is it's got some breakers. So Beach 1 is very open. Boats go flying past, hit the waves. There's gonna be a lot of waves. So if you got smaller kids, the waves they won't be zero, but they'll be broken more here, because you'll have the breakers here breaking the waves and allowing for a little bit calmer of a beach experience. Tough to see right now because it's a windy day, kind of a chilly day. But in the summer, when it's calm, it'll be a little bit better. Over there, you'll see the zip line, which is kind of fun for kids in the summertime. More pavilions, more picnic tables. I'm gonna walk all the way to the other end. It's kind of a long walk, so I'm just gonna speed up the video here and play some music as we walk along to the end of Beach 2 here. And we made it all the way to the other end. So this is quite a large beach, but what I wanted to show off here as we go off, this used to be a little boat ramp. Seems like they have it shut down now, but for a reference point, that's Beach 1 and the lodge, which we were just at. We kind of had to drive all the way around the lake and over here, so you can see how wide the lake gets. This is where a lot of the boats will run through with inner tubes, skiing, jet skis, all that fun stuff. 2 more stops to make on this tour of Lake Holiday, and here we are at our last stop. I know I promised 2 more stops. I was going to show the skate park on video, but it was actually pretty full of people skateboarding, so I didn't want to stop and video that. But there is a skate park here in Lake Holiday. Also, something else I didn't show on the video is there's a dog park as well. Plus, I showed one green space. There's quite a few green spaces and areas that I'm not going to go around and show all of them, but there are a number of them, that can be used here in Lake Holiday. This last stop is known as Beach 3. It's not really a beach anymore. It used to be somewhat of a beach there, but this area is more now. It's a little park, it's a playground, but the biggest thing it's used for is launching boats. You can see it's got all the boat parking, and there's a boat ramp up there. There's docks you can keep your boat at as well, and these docks as well, which are rentable, and you tie up your boat temporary or for a longer time. But it's the final one, and it's directly across from where we started. You can see across there is the campground area that we started at, directly across the street there. Thank you for joining me on this tour of Lake Holiday today. Again, we're in the very western edge, almost so far west. It's not a western suburb of Chicago, but it is a great community that does have close access to where if you're working in the western suburbs of Chicago and you want to live and have some lake life, this is the spot to do it. Or if you live in the western suburbs of Chicago, the closer western suburbs, you can, like some people do, they get a second house out here. A little more affordable as opposed to going, north to Chain of Lakes or up to Lake Geneva, which can get very pricey. Price is a little more affordable in Lake Holiday, but still very close to where you are going to be able to get to the house easily. It's actually probably closer to Lake Geneva than Lake Geneva, like if you are in the western suburbs of Chicago. So it's a great little 328-acre lake that offers, as you saw, the beaches, the marina, the green areas, fishing, boating, recreation. One thing I forgot to mention, it is a golf cart friendly community. So a lot of people will have their golf carts or side-by-side vehicles, and they can drive them around. So thanks for touring Lake Holiday with me today. If you're interested in checking out, some home tours or whatever, Feel free to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe and like the channel as we continue to do tours of properties, tours of subdivisions and cities, and interview business owners, interview, discuss all things real estate here in the west suburbs of Chicago. Thanks for watching.